video, we're going to be talking about the top 3 penny stocks that are actually moving significantly higher as we speak. And these companies has their own catalyst. So in this video, I'm going to be going over exactly why these companies are a buy and what price points that we should be looking at if you want to get involved with them. I'm going to explain to you in detail. So make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so the first stock that we're going to be looking at is going to be IZEA. Before I explain these top 3 stocks, I'm going to go over one of the stocks that I covered on the previous videos about the top 3 penny stocks in the healthcare sector. Actually reported, their FDA approval results, and that company actually reported a very positive news. So as you can see over here, their studies has been safe and the study has been very top line results. So the stock actually significantly moved to the price point that we wanted it to move. So we were using at this area as a resistance area that we used over here, the $2.40 area, and eventually our target was over here at $3, close to $3, $2.80, and it hit our price point. Now it kind of pulled back, so that's why it's really important to have, before you get involved in any kind of a trade, or if you buy or you swing trade, or even if you want to hold them for long term, you need to have a specific plan. So that is one of the important things that you need to do. And make sure, if you want to get involved in these companies, make sure you have a solid plan on by yourself, where you're gonna stop out if things go down. For example, if this stock did not have a positive news, it could have potentially sold off to the downside. So where you're going to put your stop loss and where you're going to put your profit target. As you can see over here, this was the resistance area that we placed, so that was our profit target. And if you're still in the trade, or if you still bought it and holding, if you're still in profit, make sure that you have a plan to execute. Also, another important thing that you need to do is make sure you like the video so I can make more videos like this. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. But now let's get back to the top 3 penny stocks that are hot right now. So the first stock that, as I mentioned, was the ticker symbol IZEA. It's currently up 65% today as I'm making this video right now, and the volume, as you can see over here, has been trading a lot, close to 132 million shares has been traded on average. It only trades 8.6 million. This is mainly due to the catalyst that the company actually won a new contract by 2 Fortune 500 retailers. So because of this positive news, the stock actually shot up significantly. Now, since they already priced in, or they already kind of see at a very exaggerated move to the upside, since it's up close to 60 to 66%, and now it's a good opportunity to just watch this stock. Or over here, as you can see over here, it kind of was anticipating that they're going to release the news a few days ago, so the volume actually came in, and actually it kind of got extended a little bit, but the news came out and it basically shot up and it hit a high of $2.50. So this is the stock that you want to watch for. Now, specifically, if you want to buy it, you can buy it, but you need to have a specific plan, like where you want to buy it and what is going to be your profit target and what is going to be your exit strategy if the stock eventually starts to sell off. But this stock has a very positive catalyst since it won a contract, and as you can see over here, the share outstanding for the company is 34 million shares, and the share of the float is $30 million as 30 million shares. And the stock actually extended to the upside a lot, so that is one of the main things that you need to look for, because these stocks, if they have low share floats, they can extend pretty higher to the upside. And the institution ownership is 6%. Insider ownership is 11%. So this is mainly owned by kind of retail investors or traders, so you need to be an eye up. You need to keep an eye on for that, but that's the positive catalyst that it has. And if you want to get involved with it, this is basically what you want to watch. But if I want to get involved with it, I'll just wait for it maybe to pull back, and there's a huge gap up. It gapped up significantly higher, so you can just wait for it to kind of retest some of the highs that it broke over here. If it pulls back all the way to $1, probably that's going to be an ideal spot. But if you want to get involved with it, keep an eye on it, and if it kind of spikes up, kind of consolidates over here and then retests the high of $2.50, that is probably going to be an ideal price point to get involved with it. You can see from a year to date too, the stock is the 52-week low was like 7 cents. So this stock was 7 cents. It hit a high of $3, and it's just been consolidating just around over here like 11, 13 cents. And the news starts to come up about their partnership with the two Fortune 500 retailers, and it basically shot up. So just make sure you have a solid plan about it. The market cap is 73 million, so it's a small cap. So these stocks definitely move a lot compared to the other stocks that we previously watched in our other videos. So now let's move on to the second stock. All right, guys, before we get into the second stock, make sure you like the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. And let's try to get this video to 100 likes. I would really, really appreciate it, guys. So the second stock that we're going to be looking at is going to be ticker symbol XELB. Now, this company is high. It's traded super high today, mainly because of their earnings. So they reported their earnings, and that was mainly the catalyst that drove the stock price to spike up significantly. Usually, the average volume for this specific stock is 217,000. So that's just basically people buying and selling it. But today, it traded close to 4 million shares have traded, and the 52-week range for this stock between 40 cents and the high that it went to was $3.50. So it was definitely way above the 1-year price target of 75 cents. But as you can see, the year-to-date chart is kind of went back to all the pre-pandemic, pre all of this sell-off that kind of happened due to the pandemic area. So in February, it was trading around like $1.55. So it kind of went back to the highs, or went back to the price point that it had in the beginning before the pandemic started. So that is a good thing to look at. And specifically, let's look at exactly what is going to be the price target, or what can be the risk area that we can use if we want to get involved in this specific stock. Before we do that, the market cap of this company is also 32 million shares, $32 million. So it's basically a small cap company. As you can see over here, this was the area that it was kind of trading. This is the trend line that's just showing us exactly where it kind of broke out. Like, it broke out of the $1 price point, and it's just shot up to above $1.50 area. It made a high of like $1.80 to 83 cents, and it's kind of pulled back a little bit. Now it's just closed at around $1.70. So one of the most important price points, or the price target, if you want to get involved with it, is going to be to see that the resistance area that it had over here. So if you want to get involved in it, your first price target is going to be around like 220 area, around like 210 area. That's going to be your price target, and you can use this support area over here, which is $1.50 or $1.40. So if it can hold this $1.40 or $1.50 area after, if it sells off or if it dips, then that is going to be an ideal price point to get involved in it. But the catalyst has a positive catalyst that came out because due to earnings, and this can potentially kind of continue to move to the upside, but you need to be super careful because things can definitely change, and this also might just sell off and starts to trend down a little bit. So you want to really look for, if it breaks, if it doesn't hold the $1.50 area, you can definitely be eyeing, to exit the stock at that price point. So, and also one of the important things that you want to look for is going to be the share of the float is super low. It's, the share outstanding is 18.87 million, and the share of the float is 6.25. So this is a very, very very tiny float. So this can easily also be manipulated. So that is one of the things that you need to be looking out for, because there's a lot of pump and dumps that might happen due to chat rooms and things like that with his penny stocks. So if you want to just trade them, make sure that you want to buy and sell or get out as quick as possible. So you don't want to just hold it and hold it for the long run, And the insider ownership is 11%, and institutional ownership is 7.2%. So the majority of this company is basically traded by retail traders or retail investors. That is one of the things that you want to look for. Just make sure you have your own plan, your own risk management in place before you get involved in this company. But it went back to the price point that it traded before the pandemic started. So if it can just hold in this price point area, that is good. But make sure you have a solid plan before you buy and trade this specific stock. Now let's get into the third and last stock. Alright guys, so the third stock, before we get into the third stock guys, make sure you like the video. If you have any questions or if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I really appreciate it. Let's get 200 likes guys. That'd be awesome. So the third stock is going to be LPTH. Now this stock, I put it on this top 3 penny stocks to buy or to watch right now because it broke out, so this is a very classical technical analysis trade because it's kind of trending up to the upside. As you can see over here, this was the resistance area that we were looking for, around like $2.70, and it kind of broke out of that area and it kind of closed above that area too. So it's kind of at a $3 price point area. So one of the price points that you want to be specifically looking for is if it holds this area of the resistance that it broke out, so that we can use this price point as a support if the price starts to sell off. If it holds this area and just stays above that, then we can definitely be using this price point to get involved in the stock. So if you want to buy it using this area as a risk, that is going to be a good price point, to get involved in it. So this is a clean breakout that it had. So it's currently up for the day 11.47%, and the share outstanding is 25.86%, and the share of the float is 19.74%, and insider ownership is only 10%. And institution ownership is 17%. So it kind of has like a relatively higher institution ownership than the other stocks that we just watched. But this is just a classic breakout of this stock. So if you want to get involved with it, just trade it for a quick, just a multi-day breakout strategy, and the volume started to come in a little bit, but it's definitely been trending up like 3 days consecutively. So make sure if you want to get involved with it, like you wait for the first right day, and if this area kind of holds, then you can get involved in it. But this is just definitely a breakout, stock that you can look for. And the market cap, let's look at the market cap, and let's see how the stock kind of behaved between the year to date. So as you can see over here, this is the year to date. The 52-week low was 54 cents, and now the 52-week high that it made was $3.14. As you can see over here, from year to date, it's kind of trending to the upside. So that is one of the good things that you need to be looking for, because it's kind of was trending to the upside, and it finally broke out of the area that we were looking for, of the $2.40 area, and it made a high of $3. So that is one of the good things that you want to look for. And you can use this area as a support area, since it kind of had this area as a resistance in the past, and it finally broke out. So, and also as you can see, the volume actually doubled today when it kind of broke out. So that is also one of the things that you want to be looking for, because the average volume that it kind of trades in the past was 539,000, but the volume that it had today was 1.3 million shares traded today. That is fantastic. And the 1 year estimated price target is $3.25. That is also one of the good things that you want to be looking for, since there's going to be good potential for it to continue to the upside. But make sure you have a solid plan, a solid strategy to lock in the profits and to trade these specific stocks. So also the market cap of this company is going to be 78.36. This is a mid-cap company that can potentially spike up, and the float of the shares are definitely lower for it to spike up to the upside. So these are the top 3 stocks guys. Just to summarize, make sure if you want to get involved with it, either for day trading or swing trading, and make sure you have a solid plan where you're going to take your profit, where you're going to sell off, where you're going to put your stop loss, and make sure you have all those things mapped out before you start getting involved with this penny stocks. And this is very risky, and they can spike up to the upside a lot, but they can also go down significantly. So make sure you do a lot of research and make sure to be super careful. Also, if you are new to the channel, if you made it to this far of the video, I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, make sure you drop a comment in the comment section below. I really appreciate it. And check out the other videos of the top 3 penny stocks that I've made in the healthcare sector. One of the stocks, OPK, actually hit the price target that we set for it. Specifically, there was the price point that we looked at, exactly it hit the price point. So there's other 2 stocks that are going to be reporting their FDA approval news pretty soon, so go check out that video too. They're going to be in the video. We looked at exactly the key price point levels that we can use as support or resistance for our trades. So it'll explain to you in detail. There's going to be it's going to be an end card that will pop up. You can just go and check out that video if you want to see more penny stock videos guys. But anyway, I really appreciate it guys, but I'll catch you on another video. So peace out.